proud of the way the guys played last Saturday on the road. I think anytime you go on the road in the league and win a game, it's a big deal. And we certainly got contributions out of all three phases of the team. With that behind us this week, we've got a tremendous challenge with a team that's just loaded with 4- and 5-star players from whatever, the number one defense, total defense in the country, number one in third down defense. Offensively, they get their freshman phenom quarterback back, and I'm sure that they're excited about that. So it'll be a huge challenge for us. We're looking forward to the game. I think it's by quirk of the schedule, we had to go there 2 years in a row, and we're excited to have a chance to play them here in Atlanta. So hopefully we can be competitive.
What kind of challenge will Beasley be for your offensive line?
Well, I think the key against them is try to stay out of third and long. I mean, if you get in third, anybody really, if you get third and long, but they've got some great pass rushers. He's certainly one of them. But they've got probably 6 or 7 guys up there that are really talented players on the defensive front. So it's a veteran team. I think I counted on their 2 deep. They had 8 of the 11 were either seniors or grad students. So you couple that with being pretty good players, that's a pretty good recipe to be pretty good. And they are. I mean, they've played really good. You take away the first game, the second half, and really the fourth quarter, where they gave up a bunch of big runs against Georgia. Other than that, they've been really stout all year against everybody.
To go back to third and long, I was looking at the numbers last week, and Justin actually seems like he does better, at least numbers-wise, passer rating-wise on third and long than he does overall. I'm curious to what you would attribute that.
I don't know, probably lack of sample size. We've been pretty good on third down. I mean, that's the one thing I know that I'm try to set a pretty high standard over there on offense and try to hold the guys to it. But, I mean, we're just a whisker under 60% on third down. That's probably close to records if we could finish the year that way. I mean, that's, 50 will get you in the top 10. And 60 probably leads the country by 2 or 3 percentage points, I would think.
Sorry to make you repeat what I'm sure you were asked about after practice yesterday, but can you talk about having Zach back and what that means now for your running game?
Yeah, well, I think it's good. Anytime that you get a player of Zach's quality back, and competition's great. I thought St. John played very well while he was, the starter, and my take is that St. John's at least earned the starting role with his performance the last 3 weeks, and we're going to play them both, and then we'll kind of go off the field and who's got the hot hand, and each of them bring their own unique advantages over the other guy to the game, and kind of play them by what we need. But Zach was playing well when he got hurt, so they're both going to play. It's good to have 2 guys in there that you can play. Matt Connors played well too.
This game, you're closing your regular season conference schedule. You're a close second in the division, and can you talk about how your team responded to some midseason adversity?
Well, you'd always like to have the games back you lost. We played particularly poorly offensively against Duke. I think you got to give them some credit, but that's probably the worst game we've played. Couldn't get it done at Carolina. But after that, we moved on and kind of handled what we can handle, and that's all you can do. And as I've told the team this week, we got a huge challenge, but it's our last game. If we could find a way to win the game, we finish 6-2, and the team in front of us has 3 games left. So I think they've got 3 games left. Miami's not out of this thing in my mind by a long stretch. So I think they've got a couple of games left in the league. And in fact, if they win, I think they'll probably have the tiebreakers on a 3-way tie. So I think it's long from being over. But you've got to keep applying the pressure. If you lose, then your chances become very slim.
Can you talk a little about your senior class and just kind of what their character has been, what they've
Yeah, I think they're a lot like the whole team. I think they're a bunch of fighters and pretty resilient. They just keep playing. You know, they kind of fight through all the bad things and the people's expectations or whatever, and they just keep playing. They don't let anything bother them. Pretty resilient group.
Has this been the most fun you've had in a while here since maybe like '09 or something
Well,
like that? In terms
it's gotten
of
to where
the
I'm not sure it's ever fun. But the season's a grind, and I think you have to get through the season, and then you look back and you can reflect on it. But once you're in it, it's a grind. And this is a great group of kids. I think that they have been easy to coach because they have worked really hard. They don't question anything. If you ask them to do something, they try to do it the best they can, and they try hard. And that's all you can ask, So from that aspect, it's been the chemistry on the team has been really good. I think they get along. They like each other. I think the coach-player relationships with the assistant coaches, with everybody, is the best it's probably been since I've been here. All that stuff is a positive, yeah.